I believe in God. And the only thing that scares me is Kaiser Soze.
Almost every great movie begins with a great screenplay. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 best original screenplay Oscar winners.
I'll send a boy around to your room in 5 minutes. You better have the money, or it's going to be all around Chicago that you're welched. You won't be able to get a game of jacks.
For this list, we're taking a look at the most memorable and well-written original screenplays to take home the Academy Award.
Right, well, this is no place for a picnic, right? And what are you guys doing here?
Never flat tire. Can you help us?
Number 10, Good Will Hunting.
Do you like apples?
Yeah.
Well, I got a number. How do you like them apples?
BFFs Matt Damon and Ben Affleck co-wrote and co-starred in this coming-of-age tale, which initially started out as a thriller.
What am I so scared of?
Well, what aren't you scared of?
Eventually, Good Will Hunting evolved into a deeply emotional and inspiring story about a brilliant young man afraid to unlock his true potential. Their screenplay is as smart as Will Hunting himself and as wise as Sean Maguire, the therapist who helps our protagonist to confront his inner demons. And it made the 25-year-old Affleck the youngest ever winner of the Best Original Screenplay Oscar.
This is a Hobbit bot, huh? I thought there'd be like equations and shit on the wall.
The film itself is full of intelligent dialogue and touching moments. But our favorite just might be Sean's exceptionally written monologue as he gives the cocky Willie a lesson in life, loss, and opening up.
If I ask you about women, probably give me a silver, say your personal favorites. You may have even been laid a few times. But you can't tell me what it feels like to wake up next to a woman and feel truly happy.
Number 9, Her.
Sometimes I think I've felt everything I'm ever gonna feel.
Spike Jonze is one of the most creative storytellers making movies today. And for his first solo screenplay effort, he took home a much-deserved screenplay Oscar for Her, a film about an isolated man who falls in love with an operating system.
What do I call you? Do you have a name?
Yes. Samantha.
That premise might sound like a joke, and Her does have its fair share of hilarious moments.
Was that funny?
Yeah.
Oh, good, I'm funny.
On the whole, though, this is a strangely beautiful, identifiable, and even important romance about human communication.
I was trying to communicate. That's how people talk, so that's how people communicate, and I thought...
They're people. They need oxygen. You're not a person.
A lot of people will have formed a strong connection to Her, and we have a feeling that even more audiences will relate to its meaningful themes in the years to come.
The past is just a story we tell ourselves.
Number 8, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.
Boy, I got vision and the rest of the world wears bifocals.
The success of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid can largely be attributed to the chemistry between its titular characters.
Kid, there's something I think I ought to tell you. I never shot anybody before.
One hell of a time to tell me.
While Paul Newman and Robert Redford certainly made for an impeccable on-screen duo, they would have had nothing to work with if it weren't for William Goldman's sly script.
I think I'll get saddled up and go looking for a woman. Good hunting.
Butch and Sundance work off each other perfectly, cracking jokes and poking fun at each other even when certain death awaits them.
Can't help it, I can't breathe. You're stroking me, I can't swim.
Because these characters are so well written, the audience finds themselves cheering for the outlaws.
Well, that ought to do it.
We'd gladly follow these guys to the ends of the earth.
Think you used enough dynamite there, Butch?
Number 7, Lost in Translation.
I don't want to leave.
So don't. Stay here with me. We'll start a jazz band.
Sofia Coppola's career got off to a rocky start when her father cast her in The Godfather Part 3.
You haven't kissed me hello yet. Relatives always kiss.
Oh, no, we're related.
After getting behind the camera, though, Sophia's true talents flourished. She wrote and directed her magnum opus with this story of two highly different people who end up having more in common than ever thought possible.
Does it get easier?
No. Yes.
Facing lonely periods in their lives, this middle-aged man and younger woman form an unlikely bond against the lively backdrop of Tokyo. While their encounter is brief, the impact they've made on each other will last forever. Likewise, this exquisitely written film will stick with audiences for some time.
Let's never come here again, because it would never be as much fun.
Number 6. Fargo.
There's more to life than a little money, you know.
The message of Fargo is pretty simple. There is more to life than a little money.
I got your damn money. Now where's my daughter? I am through f***ing around. Drop that f***ing briefcase.
That may not sound like much, but the way Joel and Ethan Coen's screenplay gets this moral across is nothing short of extraordinary. They accomplish this through clever dialogue, unforgettable characters, and a captivating plot, where things just keep spiraling out of control. Fargo not only works as a great comedy and great entertainment, but also as a thought-provoking film about humanity. Walking away from it, everyone in the audience will feel the desire to be better people and to appreciate the simple things in life.
Just in and out. Just a little of the old in and out.
Number 5. Network.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression.
Network came out in 1976, but it just as easily could have been released in 2016. The story follows Howard Beale, a news anchor who suffers a breakdown and decides to tell American TV audiences exactly what's on his mind.
I want you to get up right now and go to the window, open it, and stick your head out and yell, "I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore!"
Between Peter Finch's iconic Mad as Hell monologue and Ned Beatty's haunting "The world is a business" speech, Paddy Chayefsky's second solo Oscar-winning screenplay makes ingenious commentary on television and the sad truth about society.
The world is a business, Mr. Beale. It has been since man crawled out of the slime.
At the end of the day, everything comes down to the almighty dollar.
It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet.
While Network was provocative back in the 70s, it's even more harrowing to watch today and realize that nothing has changed.
He didn't really care if the Beale show lost money. He wants Howard Beale on the air, and he wants him kept on.
Number 4. Annie Hall.
I feel that life is divided up into the horrible and the miserable.
Annie Hall could have been another formulaic romantic comedy, where boy gets girl, boy loses girl, and boy gets girl back.
Alvy, let's never break up again. I don't want to be apart.
I know. I think we're both much too mature for something like that.
Alvy and Annie's relationship is certainly a relatable one, but the way Woody Allen portrays that relationship is truly one of a kind. So it's no wonder he has the most nominations and wins in the screenplay category.
Gotta see a picture exactly from the start to the finish, because I'm anal.
That's a polite word for what you are.
Utilizing fourth wall breaks, split screens, animation, and witty dialogue that only he could write, Allen crafted a unique romance that examines how love works and how love doesn't work.
Love fades.
Love fades? God, that's a depressing thought.
His most mature film at the time, Annie Hall was a major turning point for Allen, who wrote an equally insightful comedy years later with the Oscar-winning Hannah and Her Sisters.
I'm frightened. After they sick, they're going to take hostages.
Number 3. Pulp Fiction.
Hamburgers, the cornerstone of any nutritious breakfast.
This breakout indie masterpiece is full of homages to Quentin Tarantino's greatest creative influences.
Don't you just love it when you come back from the bathroom to find your food waiting for you?
We're lucky we got anything at all. I don't think Buddy Holly's much of a waiter.
That's kind of ironic, considering Pulp Fiction would inspire a new generation of filmmakers and is still dominating our popular culture.
What country you from? What ain't no country I ever heard of? They speak English and what?
In addition to taking us on an entertaining ride filled with drugs, hitmen, and a gimp, Tarantino challenged his audience with an unconventional narrative structure and even more unconventional characters.
5 long years he wore this watch up his ass. Then he died of dysentery. He gave me the watch. I hid this uncomfortable hunk of metal up my ass 2 years.
Whether these individuals are talking about pulling off a robbery or a royale with cheese, they're always fascinating to listen to.
You know what they call a quarter pound of a cheese in France?
No.
Tell them, Vincent.
Royale with cheese.
The real star of Pulp Fiction is its screenplay, which doesn't have a dull line of dialogue in it.
Now look, Maybe your method of massage differs from mine, but you know, touching his wife's feet and sticking your tongue in the holiest of holies ain't the same ballpark. It ain't the same league. It ain't even the same sport.
Number 2, Citizen Kane. Despite often being cited as the greatest American movie of all time, Citizen Kane didn't win the Oscar for Best Picture, or even Best Director.
As it must to all men, death came to Charles Foster Kane.
Fortunately, it did take home one Academy Award for its revolutionary screenplay. Though there was some dispute over writing credits at the time, Orson Welles and Herman J. Mankiewicz's script remains a cinematic landmark, portraying much of Charles Foster Kane's life through flashbacks and rich symbolism.
It isn't enough to tell us what a man did. You've got to tell us who he was.
From its iconic opening line to the remarkable final moment that brings our central character full circle, Citizen Kane is a prime example of masterful storytelling that nabbed the second ever Oscar in the category.
Mr. Kane was a man who got everything he wanted and then lost it. Maybe Rosebud was something he couldn't get or something he lost.
Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Only I could meet someone new. I guess my chances of that happening are somewhat diminished.
Yeah, let's bring in the laugh meter and see how loud it gets on that one. You know.
All right, Mr. DeMille, I'm ready for my close-up.
You are not doing this for the sake of art. You are doing this because you want to feel relevant again. Well, guess what? There's an entire world out there where people fight to be relevant every single day, and you act like it doesn't exist.
You don't understand. I could have had class. I could have been a contender. I could have been somebody.
Number 1, Chinatown.
You've got a nasty reputation, Mr. Gibbs. I like that.
Aside from being one of the most well-written movies ever, Chinatown is among cinema's most absorbing mysteries.
How'd you get past the guard? Well, to tell you the truth, I lied a little.
Though director Roman Polanski ultimately decided on the ending, Robert Towne's screenplay won't disappoint you with its final destination, which brings everything together like a carefully woven blanket.
Take him home! Just get him the hell out of here!
The true genius of Chinatown, however, lies in its incredible build-up. Watching this mystery slowly unfold through the eyes of Jake Gittes is simply enthralling. With every new development, you can't wait to see what shocking, unsettling place the film will take its audience next. What else can be said except it's Chinatown?
Forget it, Jake. It's Chinatown.
Do you agree with our list?
I don't think many couples could handle this. You know, they could just break up and remain friends.
What's your favorite original screenplay Oscar winner?
Little man, I give the watch to you.
For more entertaining top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Thank you, boys. Thank you.